everyone, Danielle Lara here, and welcome back to another movie review video. In the last review I made, we went over the first Home Alone movie from 1990. So as I said in that review, now we are going to be reviewing its sequel, Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. Okay, now. So Home Alone 2: Lost in New York takes place like 1 or 2 years after the first movie, and it's all pretty much the same plot, but this time Kevin is not home alone at his house. Now he's home alone in New York, or he's has a little vacation there alone. But let's talk about how this all started. So once again, Kevin and his family were planning another Christmas vacation, only this time they were planning on going to Florida for the holidays. But once again, Kevin gets into an argument with his family, of course, after getting humiliated at a concert he had or something, and then his brother, just caused everybody to laugh at him and all that. And yeah, things didn't work out very well when that happened. So once again, Kevin got sent to his room and once again said that he'd rather be alone and rather spend his vacation alone, where he had like his own vacation without his family, which of course he didn't mean, but it did happen. Now, it didn't, but this time, like, the next morning, they were late again, only this time, they didn't forget Kevin. He was with them. But, unfortunately, Kevin got separated from his family at the airport when they were running to make the flight. All because Kevin was trying to put on batteries on his radio or whatever he was using. And yeah, so then he took the wrong plane. So his family went to Florida and Kevin went to New York. But at first he was a little shocked about it, but then he was happy about it because he was like, hey, my family's in Florida and I'm in New York. So, he starts to have the time of his life. I mean, come on, who doesn't love going to New York, right? So, yeah. And as for the family, once they're in Florida... Oh, and by the way, that one scene is one of my favorite parts, like, when they were, passing the bags, and they were like, pass this to Kevin, or give this to Kevin, and all that. And they went on until... And then they had to go back and say, Kevin's not here, Kevin's not here. And then the point where the mom... when they handed it to the mom, she was like, ugh, not here? That's silly. And then she was like, Kevin! And she fainted. I thought that was funny. I thought that was very funny. And even funnier than the first movie where she was like, Kevin! And they were just on a plane. But, yeah. So yeah. They're both... So Kevin and his family are once again separated. And Kevin had to rent a hotel. The Plaza Hotel in New York. Unfortunately, though, he encounters the Wet Bandits again, only now they're known as the Sticky Bandits, Harry and Marv. So, this time they're not robbing houses. This time they are robbing the Dunkin's toy store in the Big Apple, New York. So, yeah. And at one point they even threatened to kill Kevin, and... But then, once again, Kevin was able to overcome them and build up the traps in his own funny little ways. And I thought the traps here were a lot more funnier, specifically the brick part. I thought that was funny. And all the traps in Home Alone 1 and 2 are hilarious, guys. You cannot deny that. And once again, I cannot get through the entirety of the film without a laugh. I thought it was hilarious, and Harry and Marv, his interactions with Kevin. Yeah, I love it. Also, fun fact, a lot of points from this movie, were also kind of recapped from the first film. Like, Harry once again got his head burned by the blowtorch, only this time he put it out with the toilet filled with kerosene and all that. And, yeah, also, yeah, I thought those were funny as well. And, yeah, this time, Harry and Marv are really being deadly at this point. Yeah, more evil than in the first movie, so it kind of builds up their character, but still, though. I'm just glad that Kevin was able to face them once again and protect the toy store and prevent it from getting robbed, especially in honor of children's charity. Children who are hospitalized and in need. I thought that was very nice. And I also really loved Kevin's bond with the woman, the lady with the pigeons. And just like in the first movie with Old Man Marley, Kevin used to be scared of him, and same with the lady, but then they became good friends, and they learned more about each other. And that's the lesson. That's where Kevin learns a bit of a lesson there. And the message of this movie is pretty much the same thing as the first one, but also about friendship with other people that that you can trust, and make promises with. But yeah, I just loved that, and I also like when he gave the turtle dope, and so that they would remain friends forever. I love that a lot. Also, the reunion at the end, especially when they all got to go to the Plaza Hotel and spend Christmas time together, Kevin and his family, and all that. And I'm hoping that at least some point Kevin finally made peace with his brother. I'm not exactly sure, but, it's just how they are. And yeah, I just think this is a great sequel to the first Home Alone film. Similar, but yeah, some people would say it's very, very similar, or just the same thing, but I think it's a great follow-up. I don't have anything against it, and I think it's a great sequel. In fact, you know what? Speaking of that, I feel like Home Alone has something in common with An American Tail. Both movies should have only had just 2 movies and didn't need any more sequels after that, which just ruins them, So yeah, you're better off pretending that the Home Alone 3, 4, 5, I don't know if there's a 5th one, but the reboot, just pretend those don't exist, okay? You're better off with the first 2 films. So anyways, that's going to conclude my review for Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to be doing more Christmas reviews soon, so I hope you guys are ready for that, and let me know your thoughts on Home Alone 2, and if you've seen it, and I do recommend it, so I think, yeah, as I said before, any Christmas comedy lovers will love this film, along with the first one, of course. But anyways, that's going to be it, and this is Daniela Lara signing out. Goodbye!